What is going on with everybody? It is your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, giving it to you real raw rugged. And I have a special guest on the other line. I will let her introduce herself. Who do we have?
Hi, I'm Duendita. I'm a vocalist, producer, and songwriter from Queens, New York.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Pretty chill day. Slept with no alarm. I love when that happens.
That is really fun. How often do people get your name wrong?
Pretty often. Yeah.
What's the most common mispronunciation?
Um, honestly, they're each unique every time someone messes it up. Um, I don't even remember them, but it is pretty often.
If somebody's watching this first time, they never heard you before, please say your name again so they can get it.
Duendita.
Duendita.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people might say Duendita.
Yeah.
That one
I
Duendita.
love that. Duendita.
That's so funny. As it's like as long as I've known about you, I'm gonna be completely honest. This is my first time ever hearing your name said.
Wow.
I said that people may see it as Duendita. I was really just saying I saw it for Duendita for this whole time. I was just me saying that. So I was like, okay, so that's how you say it. It's funny. I was talking to Navin recently. And I was gonna tell about, I was like, oh yeah, I got the interview, but I was like, you know what? I don't know how to say do indeed correctly, so I'm just not gonna say it. I was like, we're just having a conversation, so I just avoided the conversation. But thank you for helping me with that pronunciation. That is that's a great name though. What's the I guess origin?
Yeah, so it actually was kind of like a high school nickname.
Mm.
Um, my friends and I read an essay called The Theory and Play of the Duende by Federico Garcia Lorca. He was a Spanish poet. Um, and I was absent from school one day and they read that essay. And when I came back, all my friends were like, oh, bitch, you're gonna love this essay. It's about art, it's about what fuels the artist to make art. And yeah, my friends all thought I would love it. And so I just took the nickname and uploaded my first song on SoundCloud under that name, and it stuck.
What's the name of the book?
It's an essay called The Theory and Play of the Duende by Federico Garcia Lorca.
Got you. No, that's interesting. I've been trying to get in my reading bag lately, so
Eh,
I gotta give that a read for sure. It's funny because I looked and checked on Instagram because like if you're following somebody on Instagram, you can see how long you've been following them. I've been
mm,
following you since 2019,
hey.
and I could not wrap my mind around it, but I was like, what did I see of you in 2019 when we followed you? I don't know if it was a feature, what it was. I've really been trying to rack my brain on that. Did you do anything in 2019 that was like super big where you got a lot of followers?
I was on tour.
Hmm.
I was playing a lot back then. And I released my project in late 2018.
Yeah.
So I feel like 2019 was the year that people kind of like discovered me. Some people who heard the project, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it might have been like maybe somebody just sent me a song, like you should listen to
Yeah.
this. Not. And what made me stick around and follow you and start listening to you is because like you're just a very unique vocalist. I feel like before you even get to like the like what you're saying, how you're saying it, I feel like it's super important. I
Hmm.
feel like there's a lot of people who are great writers, but they suck at singing. And it's like,
Hmm.
I don't want to hear this. Or you could be a great you could be a great writer as a rapper, but you don't have the voice for rap, which is why you have a lot of people that like write for other people because you just don't have the voice for it. So I feel like before even dissecting anything you've ever said, first time I heard your voice, I was like, I don't know if I've ever heard anybody that sounds like this. It's like haunting. It's like
Hmm.
if I was making like a horror movie and I needed like a vocalist, I would definitely, you know, like like if it's like a haunted house and somebody's walking down like a dark room, I would have you like that it's always like operatic like horror music. That's how I would define your music. Is that good? Do you like that? I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
No.
Um,
I
I
love that.
definitely feel that, but you know what? It is the sound that comes out. Like it's just so natural. Like I'm not doing anything special. I'm just this was the way that I've sung since I was young. So, um, it makes me laugh just hearing everyone's reflections. I've also heard that I sound like Dory impersonating a whale. So
That's crazy. I don't know if that's a compliment. That's crazy.
from Finding Nemo. So yeah.
That's hilarious. No, I was gonna ask you that too. So it's interesting that you say you've been studying that since a child. I was gonna say, like, has that always been your singing style? And I guess it was. Like, how do you think that developed? Because is that like your I don't feel like your natural voice sounds like that. I mean, nobody natural voice like a singing voice, but like I wouldn't hear your natural voice and think, oh, she must sound like this when she sings. So like, do you think it was influences that led that way, or is that just naturally how it came out when you started singing?
I only ever interacted with voice lessons in high school and a little bit in college. I hardly ever had like training or it's mostly just singing with the radio and
Mm.
like just growing up singing with the radio and singing to myself and writing songs to myself. But yeah, it's just I have a close friend Samantha who plays harp but is also a voice teacher. So we talk about the voice a lot. And she's like, "You always seem like you're just ready to sing." And I'm like, "Yeah, because it's similar to talking for me. Like what's gonna come out is what's gonna come out. It's me."
Do you write?
Do I write?
Yeah, like do you like physically write, or is it like because you said like it comes out? So like, are you pre-writing these, or is it kind of like you just almost like freestyling?
Songs, you mean?
Yeah, songs.
Um, I feel like when I'm writing songs, like something will pop in my head, like a lyric or a melody, and I'll just follow it until the end of the earth. Like, um, but I do write on pen and paper and I do write in Notes app. But I try to improvise and freestyle a bit, like especially if I'm just making a sketch and I don't feel like writing words. But writing words is so much fun for me. It's like a journey. It's like um just to complete something in 3 hours, like to have verses and choruses in 3 hours that came from the heart, like it's just really exciting for me. So I really try to push myself and write songs like in my notebook or yeah.
Do you, do you how do I word this? Do you because like so for example, I'll just be like at McDonald's or Walmart or something, and I would never go to McDonald's. McDonald's stink. I don't know why I even said that. I would never go to McDonald's. I don't know if you're pro McDonald's person. I hate McDonald's. That's
Okay.
not my bag at all.
The
Uh,
only thing I fuck with is Taco Bell. No one's taking my Taco Bell away from me.
so you're not a big fast food person.
No, I'm not. Only
Gotcha.
Taco Bell.
Only Taco Bell. That's an interesting one. Out of all the ones, that's an interesting one. I don't know if I've heard about that one. I say something crazy. I will let you guess. What do you think the biggest fast food restaurant is in America right now?
Um, maybe like Chick-fil-A or
You would
something.
think. No, it was. It got dethroned by a restaurant I've never heard of before. Del Taco.
Oh, I've seen that before. I
Have you?
haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, so I was gonna say you might have to replace Taco Bell with Del Taco.
Oh
Apparently Del
man.
Taco is amazing, apparently.
If I see it on tour, I'll stop.
Yeah. But no. So like if I'm out somewhere, Walmart or whatnot, and I may have like a clever bar that pops up in my head. I'm like, I gotta write this down. Like I can't forget this one. Do you ever do that with melodies? Like are you
Oh
ever
yeah.
walking around and you're like, oh, this is a cool melody that just ran pop in my head. Do you ever record it in your phone?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I walking is sometimes my favorite time to write a song. Walking or on the bus or on my bike. A lot of times I'm writing songs when I'm in movement. And yeah, I'll hit the notes app and I'll hit voice memo app for sure. I had a song, I was so mad, like I was walking around and I felt like I was like oozing negativity on the sidewalk. And I wrote a song like in that moment about that. And it was so powerful to like just completely write a whole verse and a whole idea. And then bring that to the studio the next day. And then now I'm teaching it to my friends Emily and my sister Vanessa. And we're gonna perform it live. So it's like just some silly song from me walking is now like in my set list, and that's very normal for me.
What do you think it is about movement that like inspires or that gets like your brain going?
I don't know. I think it's just like journeys or traveling or just something will pop in my head and then I have to follow that idea or I have to figure out like is there more words here? Like is this something I should explore? So I don't know what it is, but I know that that is a phenomenon for sure. On my bike, I wrote "Got It from My Mama."
Mm.
Got it from my mama.
It's so weird that you say you're not trained. You have like such a trained vocalist voice. It's so weird that you say you're not trained.
I'm
Do
not.
you feel like so for example, I feel like if I went to journalism school, I feel like I feel like I like the way I do interviews. I don't want to like learn anything that will like almost like mess it up. You know, it's like I like the way I do this. I kind of want to keep it this way. Do you have similar thoughts about vocal training? Like if somebody offered you like free vocal training right now?
No, I think I would take it.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I would take it because the voice is such a powerful instrument and it's really endless to learn about. Um, and this summer I wrote some songs that are like hard to sing or at least like hard to breathe. And I've been trying to exercise more and get ready for tour and like approach myself more like an athlete with this shit instead of like, oh, it's effortless, it comes naturally, but like what can I do to like treat my whole body as an instrument and prepare myself to sing songs that I wrote that I recorded them a certain way. Now it's really hard to breathe when I sing them live. So I don't know. I'm definitely I would be interested, but you know what works for first impressions? I feel like production. I feel like if you're learning a new piece of gear, sometimes the best things that you'll make come from like your first impressions touching that instrument. So like I do practice a lot on my drum machine and stuff, but there's a lot I don't know and I use that tool in my way and I enjoy that.
Are you self-taught with everything?
Yeah, I went to music production school or like music business school at NYU and we learned Ableton there, but I didn't pay attention in class. So I learned Pro Tools a little and I learned how to record on a console. That stuff I remember, but and my way around the studio and but some things I really didn't stick. So it a lot of it is also unlearning. I had teachers that would be like, you have to name the song something from a lyric from that song or else it doesn't make sense. And it's like I just was like, well, no. You know? So it's a lot of learning, unlearning, and a lot of experimentation mostly. Um, and happy accidents.
Mm. That is interesting. I feel like that might be like it's like an older trope because when you think about it, like older songs that are like super big, they always are like about the song or the title of the song is about like whatever the song
Right.
is, like lyrics in the song. But now like you'll have like a song called like freaking I got a bonnet on and it's about a nigga going to Chicago and it's like this don't got
Right.
nothing to do with you having a bonnet on. It's about your flight from Orlando to Chicago. So that is super interesting that that was taught to you. Like you're supposed to do
Exactly.
that or it doesn't make sense. That's interesting. Was there any other like old tropes that was taught to you that you know kind of like think is like, you know, doesn't have to be abided by anymore?
I mean, we taught that you need one hit song or like one big hit, you know, or you need to write your next hit. Um, there's a bunch, and I definitely like would be getting into trouble and shit in school. But I also really appreciated that time because we had access to really great studios and I felt like I was able to make really high quality music. Whereas now, I'm working like on my laptop mostly, so and I'm not working in a live room as much, so it's a different experience. But I'm grateful for that foundation because it informs everything I do today.
Yeah. Have you ever wrote a song with the intention of this is going to be a hit?
No, but I've written a song and thought, damn, this is a banger. I can't believe that I wrote this.
What's the one song that makes you think that like this is one of the ones?
Oh, I wrote it. I wrote it this summer and it's on my next album. It's called Super Sad. Oh my God. Like I even have the video idea and I'm super excited for it. So like it's very rare that I have any visual experiences with my music, but this song I'm like, wait, I could make something. There's another track that I made this summer called Beach that I'm obsessed with. That's the one that's really hard to sing, and that's why I've been like running and trying to like regain access to my lungs in a new way. I'm also a pothead, so I'm like, I need to smoke less and exercise more and take my body seriously if I want to like do music full time, you know?
This is your hits album that you're finna drop coming up.
Yeah, it's my body record because I feel like I've released so much emo shit, like and uplifting shit, but still like I love the projects that I've put out, but I kind of just want to make something really fun. So that's what I'm working on now, and I'm so excited for it to come out.
You know, before we get into your recent album, I do want to talk about one song that when I heard it, I was like, this is like a hit. I feel like this is like you wrote this with a hit in mind. Born with Power.
Mm.
That's like a jam. Like you were jamming on that right
Hey,
there. I
you know
love
what's so funny? I wrote it as an a cappella first. I was
really.
I was in like Brussels or something, and there was like a courtyard, and this was like total voice memo mode. It just came to me. I was like, you were born with power. It complete and my bandmate, I remember he was like up out the window or something, and I was like, I wrote such a cute song. And he was like, yeah. And then like months later we were on tour and we were like jamming in the living room while my friends were watching Squid Game, and we were jamming and looking through these beats, and we found the Born with Power beat, and I was like, yo, this beat kind of matches that song I wrote in Brussels. And we just put it all together, and yeah, we produced the shit out of it. We added Paul Wilson on keys, and it became like a totally different. That song is uplifting. That's one of the purest like things that have ever come out of me. Like I'm so grateful that that song arrived because it really was something that fell from the sky.
Feel your spirit in that song. That's why I feel like, it gets me going. That's my jam right there. I absolutely love that song. And you're a professional, like you're kind of like I didn't pay attention to school. I feel like you know a lot about music, so I'm assuming you may know this answer. What register do you most sing in? Like in a sense, where is it like you have like soprano, you have alto, da da da. Do you know what register you mostly sing in?
I used to sing in alto when I was in choir as an alto. But I sing all over the place. But I would say if I were to sing in when I sing three-part harmony, I'm in the middle most of the time. And
Mm.
my friend Emily is soprano and Vanessa is the lowest. But I can also sometimes be the lowest and we switch sometimes. So I would say alto vibes.
Do you have a, because you're talking about the song, what song is it really hard to sing from the hit album?
Beach, beach.
So beach, I don't know if it's I know you said it's more of a breath thing, but do you have songs that you have trouble singing because you can't sing in that register? Because I feel like you're like you said, I feel like you have a lot of range.
Hmm. Yeah, I have songs that I wrote that are just way too high, that are like, damn, this is like annoyingly difficult. But um it's really just about practice, honestly. And like even I'm even trying to warm up more before I sing and warm up like my friend Samantha taught me, like warming up using like warming up using like trying to attack those areas of problem areas. Like if I know I'm having trouble with a run, like doing a warm up that kind of emulates that and gets you into that zone. So, yeah, I would love to be a little bit more of a serious singer, and like really take it there. But yeah.
You're so interesting. It's like you're like an athlete who's like really good at basketball, and they're like, yeah, I don't practice though. I just go and just shoot the ball and dunk it and just have, it's like, wait, you don't practice it? Like, nah, I just do this. So it's like when you hear people say that in sports, it's like if you practice, you might be like the best basketball player of all time. So it's like if
Right.
you practice, you might be like the best vocalist ever.
I do practice a lot. Like I drill my songs. Like I love to come to the studio and just especially right now for tour, like I'm not even gonna leave today until I sing for like 2 hours. But
Mm.
I haven't had like I've dabbled in vocal training. Shout out to Christina Wheeler. She was my vocal trainer for a while. But I've dabbled in it, but I haven't taken it I haven't like taken serious voice lessons or taken it so serious as Samantha. She got a master's in it. So, um yeah. I think I will take it there. Maybe Samantha will be my new voice teacher.
Well, that's hard. That's hard. That's hard. Is it do you have, I mean, this might be like too early to ask, but do you have goals that you want from getting the vocal training that you want to hit?
I guess just singing my songs with ease, like especially like if I write something and I find it difficult, just being able to sing my songs with ease and feel comfortable in my body and feel like I'm producing the sounds that I want to make intentionally. Um, yeah.
I know I want to ask you, you said that when you write a song sometimes when it's too high, it's annoying. Like, I wish I could sing this. What do you do when you write a song and you feel like you can't sing it that well? What is the next step?
Training and like practicing it. Like beach is so difficult to sing. Like, yeah. Can I just sing you the melody? Don't write the bad, don't be right, but I put it a better way. I better put up on my day. It's really like it goes everywhere. Like, so practicing and
No, that sounds difficult.
yeah, trying it in different contexts, I think. I've tried it with drums. It sounds really much better with a live band rather. The track is difficult to sing to. But anyway,
Do
these
you ever you ever think about like either I'll just get somebody else to sing it or I'll like sell this song to somebody?
I don't know, but maybe my sister. My sister could sing anything. My
Mm.
sister could really, she could sing circles around me. So like sometimes if I don't feel like singing something on the gig and she's on my gig, I'll give her the part. Like I'm like sing the melody because you're so good. I have one song that I would like to give to my sister. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, because it is hard to sing, but yeah.
But you're anti just selling a song to somebody.
Um, I would I don't know. I would write maybe with someone or like I would definitely help collaborate with someone on their project, but I don't really see something I make like on my laptop and in such a like a personal way. Like I don't see myself giving someone else like a personal song because I really do write songs like my diary or like I write songs like just expressing myself in the moment and yeah, like I don't know how that would translate if someone else sang it.
No, a few songs on a strong desire to survive feels like almost like diary entries,
Mm.
or just very like super personal songs. So like when creating this album, what would you say like the main inspiration was behind it?
Honestly, it was just how I was feeling at that time. I was dealing with a lot of like paranoia and stress, thinking about violence and thinking about yeah, just really dark shit that I went through, that friends went through, that the world was going through at the time and it just came out that way. Like I didn't intend to write I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to heal my pain and write about my experiences." It wasn't like that. It was more so I couldn't keep myself together. I was in a new space in Berlin and everything I wrote about was about overcoming like deep pain. So it's definitely like one of my more emo projects, but it's kind of my favorite one because I loved how bold it is. And like I made it like a few years ago, so and I was never ready to release it. Like I just felt like too personal or just too weird. But then I felt like, damn, like 10K, I might have to.
Was this whole album written in Berlin?
Um, Not all of it, but yeah, most of it. Definitely most of it. Some of the songs started as beats with my friends Noah and Anton. Other tracks I wrote at the piano, like Baby Teeth. Hammock I wrote in San Fran, like outside of San Fran, um, when I was in a hammock. And I just, yeah, these were like post-college or like still a little bit my toe in college, like songs that I had written And yeah, I'm super happy that it's out. It makes me really happy.
No, it's a great body of work. And it's interesting learning that most of it was written in Berlin. So being like in like a, how do you put it, like a foreign country, did that like evoke any type of for this to be more personal? Because I would say this feels like this is your most personal project yet.
Yeah,
Being
definitely.
overseas or anything evoke, like do you think there's any correlation to being over there that this brought this out
Definitely.
of you?
Yeah. So when I got to Berlin, I met my bandmate Noah, and he has an art space in Schöneberg called Baketown. It's like a music venue, but also a recording studio. And uh, this was like a place of relief. Like being in a foreign country, being out of New York City, it just felt like a safe place, like a place to take a break from reality and the stresses of my life and just um it really was a relief and a place of deep rest. So I feel like I was totally reset. Even the food is different out there. It's much cleaner. Like you can get organic food for a more affordable price. And I was definitely benefiting from that when I got to Berlin.
Interesting. Or it's so interesting because like I am from the South and I'm so used to and like conditioned to think in one way. So like living somewhere not in the South in America is already crazy to me. Like if I had to move to like New York, I'd probably like lose my mind. I had to go to Berlin or anywhere outside of America, I would imagine like I would just be like, what? So like living in such of a in a foreign land, was there, because you're talking about the positives, was there any drawbacks that kind of you weren't a fan of?
Mm. At first, it was like a culture shock, a
Yeah.
little bit. And I was like breaking out in hives. Like, I obviously wasn't comfortable. But then I fell into a deep community and I just fell into like a really great circle of friends, meeting my bandmates, and we were jamming all the time. And I really fell in love with the music scene there. And um, yeah, there weren't that many drawbacks. I like wanted to stay and I still go back like a few times a year if I can. I'm working part-time now, so I might not go this year, but um, I love Berlin actually. It's like a really creative home and I'm like so New York. I can't imagine myself anywhere. Like
Yeah.
this is where I live, this is where I was born, this is where I'll die. I'm New York City. Like I like can't believe that a city stole my heart the way Berlin has because it really is special to me.
See, I feel the same way. Like imagine being forced to move to somewhere in Florida. You probably
Mm.
lose your mind. I was just with a bunch of New Yorkers talking about like Florida and like yeah, it's like it was such a culture shock.
Yeah.
Somebody said this feels like a plantation.
Yeah. Yeah, Florida is scary, but
You see,
I would be scared.
I have to read you a comment that somebody left on a video. What did he say? Oh, it's right here. He says, despite the history, people in Florida seem happier than most. And on like the face of it, it's like, all right. But it's like, nigga, what history? Like, nigga, like it's the Middle East or something. Like we're just like a war-torn country. That's so crazy to me. But that's how people see Florida. It's like Florida's like it's like, man, I know Florida's a dark place, man, but you guys are happy. It's like, nigga, it's not that crazy down here. But that's from my perspective. You come down here, you're probably like, get me the hell out of this country ass place. So it's interesting how like perspectives work. And I feel like if I went to like Berlin or anything, I don't know, like my assumptions would already be like it's probably gonna be a very racist place. But did you experience that at all?
Um, s- I I saw it. Yeah. I
Yeah.
saw it for sure. My bandmate is black and he at a time had dreads and people would be like, "What's up, Bob Marley?" And we'd be like, "What the fuck?" I hope he's okay with me sharing that. That happened at a gig once, but yeah, through him, I've seen a lot of racism, sadly. But luckily, I haven't experienced anything.
I feel like the racism out there different because I'll be like, I don't think they know that I don't think they know they doing something wrong. They don't even know. They just like they probably thought the Bob Mark. They ain't even know that was wrong.
Terrible.
Like, somebody in America being racist, you doing something wrong. You just choosing to do that. They out there doing blackface and yeah, we Black Santa. They don't even think that's wrong. They just like
Right.
they just yeah, Black Santa, the evil Santa. Yeah, that's what we do, but they don't even realize it. So I'm like, I would rather deal with it here because I know what's going on. I go out there, they're just like doing some crazy stuff that they're oblivious to, and that's I don't know, that's a little too scary to me. But I
Right.
do want to do some abroad traveling. Was there any other places that you've been abroad that you want to visit or that you really like?
Um, mm, where did I like? No, I love Berlin.
Just
Berlin
for
Berlin's my favorite place in Europe. I don't really like London that much because everything's backwards. But I had fun going to London my last time. But yeah, everything's so on the left side. It's really hard for me. I'm like a bike rider, so like
uh,
riding bikes in London, I'm like, how do I even get around?
it was probably not the best, I would assume too.
Yeah, I almost like got into some trouble there, but
Really?
yeah.
London's an interesting place. They put beans on their French fries. What a place.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
You would eat that?
Um, Possibly. I fuck with beans. I
You
do fuck
ever
with the beans.
you ever seen that classic tweet? It's like from 10 years ago at this point, where this white guy said that he went to a movie theater and he snuck like beans in a movie theater. He was eating beans and he stood up and dropped it on accident. And he said a young black male stood up and said, "This nigga got beans."
That's funny.
Shout out to that. But so for somebody who's watching this, and once again, they've never heard your music before, so they want to give a strong desire to survive a try. What would be a song for them to listen to? If they are just wanting to hear what you sound because they've never heard you before.
Um, well, I love the project from start to finish because I think the track list is super intentional. But if you only want to dabble, I would say, um, I would say Hammock.
I was literally gonna say Hammock. I was like, I want to say
Yeah.
Hammock. Yeah, Hammock will be mine.
I would say Hammock. I love that song. I produced that one. The only thing I didn't play on that was piano, but everything else was me, and I feel like really proud of that. Like that. Um, and some of the sounds, like the process of making them, I put my voice into like an oscillator and was able to play my voice like a keyboard. And I was super inspired by this like Kurt Vonnegut character called Harmoniums. They
Mm.
live like on the moon and they're from outer space. And I named the channel like Harmoniums. And I just had like so much fun producing that one. Like it really just makes me emo. I love
What was the story? What's the character? What is this TV
so
show or this?
it's a book called The Sirens of Titan.
Okay.
I actually want to reread it because I read it like in high school or something. But in outer space, there's like these protective little beings called harmoniums, and like I imagine that that's what they sound like that synth that I added that weird synth. I was super inspired at that time. And I that's like the kind of shit where I'm like, I love the artist that I was then because I was like referencing things just for myself, like because it was fun.
Music or like being like an artist is so cool because like the fact that this wasn't even like a movie or a TV show, it's just like a book that you read and you're like, I'm going to give these characters with no faces, no sounds, I'm going to give them a voice because this is the voice I think. I think that's like real creativity. I feel like it's a lot of creativity that I would say is like missing a lot of times in like a lot of like mainstream music. And I don't know, just let's bring back creativity, you know? I feel
Yeah.
do you ever feel that? Because I feel like you're very creative artist, rather if it's your artwork, rather if it's the music, rather if it's the way you're utilizing your voice. It sounds like on beats you're going insane. Like you're doing a lot of creative things. As a consumer, do you ever hear others and think like, I wish you're more creative at times?
Mm. I'm actually very basic. I love like Nicki Minaj. I'm waiting for more Nicki Minaj music. Like I love like I love pop music. I
Wait,
love
time out.
sorry.
No, 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 because I have to say this. I think Nikki's creative. She has like
No,
30,
she is so
she has
creative.
like 30 side characters. So I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
don't know if that's the best example. I think she's very
Okay, you're right, you're right, you're right. I'm just saying that I like all kinds of I like all kinds like I will find the creativity. If someone thinks there's no creativity in something, like I will find the creativity in it. I will make it deep. Like that's what I'm saying. But no, Nicki Minaj makes high art. Like she's one of the best vocal producers. Like her vocals, all her characters, like the delays and audio effects that she puts on her vocals, like I'm obsessed. Like I love her.
no, like she'll go from the then she'll go I'm the king, and then 10 times your pay. And it's like, whoa, what's going on? She would be a great voice actor if she really wanted to, because she like I said, she has very crazy range on her voice. I feel like people who have like crazy range should look into voice acting. I don't think they know that they're good. Like I feel like you would be good at voice acting, but you don't probably I don't know if you ever thought about that, but that would be like something I think you would kill just because your voice is crazy.
Mm, maybe. I hope they
You're-
call. I would do it.
Would like do you have any aspirations to act or do anything movie related?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be good at it unless the story was super personal and close to me. But I really love I mean, I like TV and movies. I'm not super into it, but um I think acting is a craft on its own that I probably will never understand.
Respectable. I for anybody watching this, Hammock is the one that I would recommend. Also Baby Teeth. I do think that is a great song. I feel like if you're trying to figure out do I want to listen, do I not want to listen, if you listen to those two songs and you don't like it, then you probably should cut off your ears, you know? Just cut them all off, you know? Um before we get out of here though, sticking on that movie TV topic or books, do you have any recommendations for people out there watching?
Um, I would say for books, I'm really into like I like reading about Puerto Rican history and just Puerto Rican topics. And there's this author named Hilda Llorens who I really love. She has one book called Making Livable Worlds, and it talks about Afro Puerto Rican women like fighting for climate justice on the island. I think it's really special book that everyone in America should read. And I also like her book Framing the Great Puerto Rican Family, or The Great Puerto Rican Family. I hope I'm giving you the right name. But it's
I'll
by Hilda Llorens. It's by Hilda Llorens. That book is expensive, but if anyone wants to borrow my copy, they can. Um, I love Hilda Llorens. So for books, I would say that. TV right now, I'm feeling Ugly Betty. Um, so deep. Vanessa Williams' character is so fucking good. Um, and movies, I'm not a big movie person at all. I'm really not. I can't even remember. I think I saw the SZA and Kiki Palmer movie last. It was really good.
like a
But
few months ago, right?
wait, what?
That's that came out like a few months ago, right?
Yeah, that came out a few months ago.
Got you.
But
Im
yeah.
Imaging the Great Puerto Rican Family.
Oh yeah, Imaging the Great Puerto Rican Family. Yeah, so good.
Interesting cover. Yeah, this looks interesting. Is
Yeah.
this the one about climate change or
No,
is that
that one is more so about the history of Black people in images in Puerto Rico and the
yeah,
history of race in Puerto Rico, but seen through photographs and images. And it's really special book. I absolutely love it.
this is not a cheap book like you said.
I know, but
Like
like I
it's
might
good.
I might take the time to scan the pages and leak it because that good.
I don't know if we should bootleg this lady book, but I feel yeah, she's gonna watch his interview and she's like, "Oh, this is a great interview." She gets her part. What the fuck?
I would freak out if I met her in real life, or if she
Oh,
even know who I was. That'd be crazy. So
you're like, "I'm such a big fan." She's like, "Oh, yeah, ain't you the one that was, bootlegging my book?"
no, you wouldn't. People would know it's for the greater good.
That's a fact. Well, hey, shout out to, I don't wanna pronounce her name wrong. How do you say it?
Hilda Llorens.
Shout out to her. I am probably going to, in case she's watching, is going to buy the book. 100 buy the book. You know, if you're not watching, I probably will find the other way to write to read the book. But that's interesting. And yeah, for anybody watching, I appreciate you guys. If you have any last words, the floor is yours.
Last words. Come see me in LA, in Chicago, on the mic tour from Nebraska to, oh wait, from Sacramento to Nebraska. Um, June 7th, Abrams Art Center. Me, Emily, Vanessa, Samantha Feliciano, harp, vocals. That's what I'm working on, my live sets. I can't wait to sing for you.
Can't wait to see them. Shots at Mike Tour. The Mike Tour has like 300 people going, like from like
It's
intro to intro.
so dope.
Crazy. I've never seen that many people like be that's a very cool thing. And when are you hopping on?
I'm on from May 11th until May 21st.
Got you. Go check go check the album out. Go check the performance out. For everybody watching, I appreciate you guys. Until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play, and you guys holler at your boy.